Peace FM 104.3. Good to meet you.
Now, some of the expenditures, I think, sir, this is the first year of this government. Like I said, and you have given us a picture of where we stand as an economy. It's not too impressive. And one would expect, sir, first year, dear, you would be a bit slow on some of them. Nenti Amika Sane say, one year, you would end up going back to borrow. You betray the memorandum you sent to the IMF in respect of borrowing. And you'll be forced to go back and borrow. Because what in your money be baby, you've raised expectations, Sikasu niho, Untidiana be, and Sikaka, the revenue streams are nayin say, are buying Fasuji Sikano. Says here, ye be a free ho. Until Quemen Abenye Sika, and Abefasu Sika, Edia, yes, some of the things I'll pursue ye. For example, I am all for free education, even up to the university level. But you see, you look at the economy's capacity before you proceed with certain things. We have started with free SHS. It is doing well, but there are a lot of challenges. One of it is that we need to even augment the funding source for free education. We share the annual budget funding amount now. The Petroleum Revenue Management Act allows you every year to determine 4 thematic areas where 70% of APFANU would be used to spend on, and we identified education as one of the things. But is it enough? The answer is no. Have we thought of alternative ways to augment this funding source? Now government is saying, sir, they are introducing another layer of expenditure in education. Because you can say first year university education are free, without thinking about where the money is going to come from. So see, I say Get Fund Sikane Edibeye. If you read the Get Fund Act as amended, it is not explicit what it actually suggests, and it says about financing of needy but brilliant students. The money needs to be given to scholarship secretariat for them to do that.
Martin.
So domestic students are almost brilliant and they need support. No, it is rather Sika Yedima Scholarship Secretary. There is this nebulous, subsection that talks about doing everything to help, grow education and all that. Mijidi say enu nombe jinaso akase yedi get fansika no akutua academic facility user fee for all first year students. The question I'm asking is, you see, when you are evolving a policy, you look at the credibility of the policy, the impact of the policy, and the likely impact of the policy, and again, you look at actionability and sustainability. Until where you're going the first year, are we going to continue like that for the rest of the 4 years? Say year bia you could first year for academic facility user fee more mana. Is that really a priority for Abain? Until yes, Anna, these are expenditures government is exerting on itself, making it difficult for the government to find its feet. You need to take some of the promises you made slowly, because these are promises that come with cost. These are promises that come with expenditures.
Why is it say 25 minutes until the Mamin
Saka, Mamin see for me.
Mamin come now.
Now, say Anna, Obeja, Mamin see for me. Okay, let me just end on this note. Say, a woman say, Abain made promises, and it is intent on keeping, these promises. But I would advise caution, because then the reason why I'm advising caution is that government is going to be constrained in the way it raises revenue. And if you are constrained in the way you raise revenue, one year you'll be forced to go and borrow. And even borrowing, you have constraints regarding where you can raise money from. The program IMF for starting, we might not be able to keep to it, and government will be forced to go and borrow even more, and the vicious cycle of borrowing to finance your budget, and the problems that borrowing edibano now you continue. At the end of the day, we might either be repeating it or even worse. I think government needs to be moderate or modest in the kinds of things he wants to do. Because the police on person yen air bonny, but show bottom. Ube guy mana, ube ts kruma, show bottom. Says he can't swim, men call your can say, Munamutako expensive restaurants, even I would you know.
Bravo.
No, Nana, the more room. What has here? Until we are branching.
I think that's like I know you're fine. How do I know you're fine?
Oh, but say that you left us when we were student activists, you were a socialist. Now you graduated. That's why I'm deferring to you on the choice of places.
I think me know I always hold the same view. Then about idea.
No, I'm saying they ask me who you answer you are transitioning.
Sir, any episode Joyce.
And the government should be modest and a bit slow in the way it wants to honor some of the promises, because they come with cost, which cost government is not ready
to bear
by way of revenue to shoulder. Until I say careful kakra.
But Peace FM 104.3. Good to meet